Are Nigerians the sharpest people on earth? I'm not sure, but we're going to talk about it in this YouTube video. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like my voice is still not back to normal since I had COVID. I don't know what's wrong, but just bear with me as we go through this video. Today, I really wanted to talk about something that has just been on my mind. You know, when I moved to Nigeria, one of the things I noticed, like amongst my cousins and stuff like that, Nigerians are just so much sharper than other people. So, guys, we always have this phrase, be a sharp guy, be a sharp guy, you know. And when I first moved back to Nigeria, I realized that I was book smart, but there are a lot of experiences that I think people in Nigeria have that make them street smart, that native intelligence. It makes them very, very sharp. They always say, sharp guy, be a sharp guy, you know. And I realized that over time and my experience in Nigeria, I have also become a lot more savvy, have a lot more native intelligence, also called street smarts, being able to negotiate things faster, being able to spot business opportunities and try to key in much faster. And I think that's such a good thing for Nigerians because anywhere they go in the world, they end up finding themselves on top. And I think that's partly because of the fact that they are very, very street smart and have a savviness about them. And I also noticed the difference amongst young Nigerians who went to school, like day schoolers versus boarders. You notice that those who went to the boarding school, too sharp, very sharp, very, very smart. And I saw also that difference between some of my Nigerian American friends, and of course my Niger friends. You know, I guess that whole comment of shine your eye, like they see sitting down what you may not even see standing up. Um, Check out that Nigerian proverb. But yeah, they see things that you don't see, and things that you may think so innocently about, they read meaning into. There's so many nuances, and I think even like for Yoruba culture, there are a lot of things you won't understand why they do it. You just don't get it. But when you spend enough time in the culture, you start to understand better, what does that really mean? What is that supposed to be? Um, you know, why did they do this one? How to quickly jump in and kind of be part of the business arrangements or things like that. And on the flip side, I feel like part of our smartness, our sharpness, also works to our detriment because you have people who are so sharp that it's a turnoff. So, for example, I've had people, who have come to work for me, and when you're using that sharpness for productivity, it's great. But when you start to feel like the person is using sharpness to get over on you or to try to cut corners, it becomes a big issue. And I just wish that as Nigerians, we would use that sharpness, that native intelligence that we have for the productivity of our nation, that ingenuity that we have to be able to make Nigeria better. Um, I just think of the innovations that we create. We can create the craziest things to do the silliest things, but to create something useful that everyday Nigerians can use, that is meaningful, you know, find a creative way to make Fourth Mainland Bridge. Find a creative way to reduce the cost of road construction in Nigeria, Just come on, Find a creative, sharp way to stop corruption. Can you do that? But the sharpness that we have, we use it for getting discounts on certain things. We use it for getting a job that we're not qualified for, or getting a contract that we're not qualified for. We use it to get away from taxes and levies that we know we should be paying. We also use it to avoid fines and avoid regulations that we know we're supposed to be abiding by. And so that's when I feel like that sharpness becomes a negative, and it's also a big turnoff. Um, I've seen circumstances where me not being as sharp has opened doors for me because you're not a threat. You don't look like a threat, right? It doesn't mean that I'm not sharp in my own way, but knowing when to use that sharpness is wisdom. You know, it's not every little thing. You're fighting over cabin biscuit. You're using sharpness to get cabin biscuits. It's not worth it, you know? Use your sharpness to help your company grow in a positive way. Don't shaft someone over with your sharpness. And I think that that's the fine line where people don't seem to understand that everything comes in moderation. And with wisdom, you know how to leverage on certain talents that you have. And our native intelligence and our sharpness as Nigerians is great, but knowing when to use it is the game changer, and knowing how to use it is a game changer. I feel like we should use that same native intelligence in our negotiations with the Western world, in being able to negotiate debt forgiveness, in being able to negotiate deals that benefit us rather than benefiting them. You know, we seem so naive sometimes when it comes to those things. I would rather see us use our sharpness to be able to ensure that multinational companies that come into Nigeria are required to hire a certain number of Nigerians, you know, pay them quality wages, keep most of their earnings in the country, you know, and things like that, you know, in a way that they don't even realize that they say, okay, we're invested in this country fully, you know, and not just to make money and repatriate it back to their countries. But instead, we're using our sharpness to get free ashwebi and not pay the person. We're using our sharpness to, I don't know, just try to just save pennies. You know, let's talk millions, not pennies. You know, so I don't know. That's just been my view. Let me know what you think. This is just a short video. I just thought that it's something I would share. Are we sharp as Nigerians? Are we too sharp? How can our sharpness work for us as a nation? I see other countries, Indians, like I have a lot of Indian mentors and friends. They're sharp. In fact, maybe they may be sharper than Nigerians, but you will never know it until after the fact, number one. Number two, they still also build relationships, and it doesn't seem so superficial, you know, so it's not so blatant, you know, and they do it in business, but they keep good relationships. So I don't know. Like I said, those are just my thoughts. Let me know, is our sharpness, of our native intelligence a good thing? Is it too much? Is it a turnoff? How can we use it to improve our country? You know, how can we improve it how can we use it to improve opportunities for us in a way that doesn't have to be a zero-sum game where I win, you lose, you know, where it can be done in moderation. Let me know your thoughts, and as you're doing that, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and follow me on my social media handles, Miss Adelaja, on Instagram, on Twitter, and Facebook. And I will bring another video for you shortly. Thanks. Bye.